welcome to the B Team Podcast. I am your host, Josh Safran, with my co-host,
Matt Mars,
and our permanent guest,
Rob Nelson.
We're here every week to talk to you about all things Bentonville, bourbon, and business. The B Team Podcast. Be here. Welcome to the B Team Podcast. I'm your host, Josh Safran, along with
Matt Mars, Rob Nelson. And we're all together. We're in a row.
Normally, I'm talking to you, and you're over here.
Last time we threw you off your game today, Josh, because you were late. Yeah.
I'm very concerned and confused because normally we got people over there, but we're fitting everybody in today. We'll make it work.
Yeah. Well, we have some very, very special guests.
We do
today.
We do.
And
you're a very special permanent guest.
That's a fact.
Okay. Well, we're here every Thursday talking about all things Bentonville business and bourbon, and today we have a very eclectic group across the table from us. We have been really spending some time, I think it hit with us during the tornado, when we started focusing on charities and giving back as part of Bentonville business and bourbon. And today we have Courtney, Racheal, and Big Ed.
How you doing?
Across the table, talking about a charity that's near and dear to your heart. But when we met you guys, I think the prelude to the podcast is you were nowhere to be found on Sunday, MIA. And Rob and I were at Social Project. Shout out to Chris.
Yep, shout out to them.
And we met these three folks, and all of a sudden, after a couple beers, we're talking about charities and fundraising, and thought what Courtney and Racheal were working on was so interesting, we had to rush and get you guys into the podcast. So...
Well, thank you for having us. We are glad to be here, Josh. And so a little bit about me. I am the founder of Remembering Nicholas Foundation, and I am also Nicholas's mom. And so lost Nicholas at 6 months old, and I started this foundation a couple months later. It was my way of coping, and I just felt like I really needed to help people, and that would help me heal internally. And so I thought it was a big miss during my experience that there wasn't a resource out there for people. And so we help families pay for funeral expenses, hospital bills, counseling, which is something we highly encourage. We'll pay up to a year of counseling for people. And then that kind of was how we started. And then it kind of evolved over the years. So we're about 3.5 years in.
Wow.
So after the first year, we realized what a big issue and problem we had with infant mortality here in Arkansas. We're actually ranked the third highest. And so...
Which is not a time you want to be in the top three.
No.
Absolutely not. No. And so I got my CPR certification license to teach. And so on the weekends, I work with childcare where they provide the facilities, and I teach free CPR certifications for childcare providers and anyone who cares for a child just in general, because I think it's so important. And also overlaying just the safe sleep education, I think, is where we're lacking here in Arkansas. And I'm just trying to spread the word and get the education out there for people to have available at their fingertips.
Can we do a cheers and a toast to you? Because that story is amazing.
Cheers.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Long distance. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Smooth.
Oh, yeah.
Very tasty.
Nice.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
So this is a passion project, obviously. Part-time for you? Is this...
That's a loaded question. I do have a day job. So at nights and weekends, I spend 100% of my time focused on this foundation, and of course my family too. They're a big part of this foundation. I have a 5-year-old daughter, and she's just so full of life and so fun, and I always say, thank God he gave me her first, because he knew I was going to need her. And so she's something else. She is Ed's biggest fan.
Can we introduce your two sidekicks?
Yes, sorry. Yeah. So we have Courtney Griesenar over here. She is my board member, and she has been a huge part of finding social networking and finding all these donors and people to contribute. So I'm so thankful for her because she literally just drags me out of the house and gets me, out and about. And so that she has been a game changer.
I mean, she whipped out the flyer right away. We're chatting. Bang, here's the flyer. Yeah, we're like, okay, let's get involved.
It helps that we're also neighbors on purpose. So I'm over there every weekend, pretty much.
14 years of friendship.
Yeah.
We met in Memphis, dragged her here about a year and a half ago. So, and glad to have her here.
And then the thorn between two roses?
No, the rose between two thorns.
I flipped that on purpose.
Yeah. Anyway, so funny. So I was hitchhiking on the 49, and these two chicks picked me up, and it was on. It was really on. No,
that doesn't feel like a believable story.
Yeah, you have no idea. Anyways, because I have more. Like when I was 5, my parents they forgot me in a Walmart, and I came to. I think they left me there. Anyway, so I am a.
First of all, who are you?
Who the heck am I? I don't know. My therapist says she doesn't know either. So I am. I have no idea. I am Ed Brown, aka Big Ed, and I a graduate of Bentonville High School. I left the day after graduation at 320 miles an hour and never looked back. And been in San Diego for 40 years doing interior design. I'm actually an architect and did design and sales for quite a while. And got tired of California, wanted a break, so I moved back here, got into real estate. My father used to work with Cuber Communities back in the day in the 70s and 80s and sold most of Bella Vista. So I'm kind of here to get back to my roots and to follow, kind of in my dad's footsteps. And so that I make, in the industry, you meet people, and then you also meet stalkers.
I never watched an episode to this day.
She's still mad at me. I was in New York on a national syndicate, and Ed, is there anybody in your life, And by the way, I'm a 90-day fiance, if you don't know that. Anyway, so and I'm a failure.
Little side plug.
Failure at
shout out to TLC.
Hey, how you doing?
I mean,
why did you stop calling? Anyway, so I wonder. Anyway, so. Short story long, I'm in the industry, and you meet people, and she was like a little shining light that came to one of our openings. So we started to have lunch, probably weekly, and at her suggestion.
Who paid for lunch?
Yeah. She's not dumb. Anyway, so, and one day we're at Walk-Ons, and she starts telling me about this charity, and it's like, I'm like, what? And then I'm so impressed with who I'm sitting next to, as well as their daughter, I call her Norista, who is it pulls on your heart. Anyway, so I was impressed with not only, who Courtney Griesenhauer, you have to use her last name, by the way, or she gets all upset, describing Racheal and her family, and I can't believe what happened to their family, like, after Nicholas died. You have no idea, like, what they had to go through after he passed away. So I'm like, please, how can I get involved? How can I, help in any way to, shine a light to your foundation? And so at that point it was on, and they invited me to chair their golf event, which was a lot of fun. And
what's the best way to get in contact with you? Yeah. Just shoot you a DM?
No. Okay, so thank you for that.
DM.
Shameless plug. I'm actually a realtor, not a realtor, a realtor at Exit Taylor Real Estate in Bentonville.
Shout out to Exit, yeah.
And shout out to Exit. Mitzi Taylor has taken me under her wing. She is amazing, and I get to do a commercial for Pea Ridge High School with her that we filmed before all the games. So it's like she has been my biggest supporter, and it's tough when you and I work with a bunch of great agents, and because of that, that's kind of how I know Courtney, and then because of Courtney, that's how I know Racheal, and then
and being single, he is actually here because he's one of our auction items. So take a good look.
What are we auctioning off a date with Big Ed?
Yes.
I'm in for $20. I'm starting at
Love it.
I'm in for 40.
There we go.
He has told me he will not be going unless he goes for more than 1,000. So, ladies, we need some help here.
Yeah.
Now, what does the date entail? Like, walk me through the date.
Talk about this.
That's what I was worried about.
Well, hold on.
Depends on who you ask.
If you're with him, what does it matter? Just raise the money.
Perfect. And you'll get a Big Ed, some Big Ed swag, of course.
Back
And
to the details.
I'll buy dinner.
Yeah.
You have to. Hopefully, you like
Applebee's?
Malbec wine. No, River
Grill is
River.
That's a restaurant.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing?
So Brenda's she's been on the podcast before. So if there's
that one.
anything we could do to help
facilitate
this date with Brenda and make sure
Yeah.
it's special, let us know.
Well, help me pay for dinner. Okay.
Now I'm serious. We'll call Brenda. We'll say, hey, sponsor the dinner because that's that much more money that'll go to the charity.
Perfect.
Done deal.
Love it.
Right here. You heard it live on the beat.
Okay.
If it's on the B team, it means it's happening. So Rob is then committed to
So,
this.
Brenda. No, I did.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, Courtney.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, the floor is now yours. Go.
Yeah, we're gonna be quiet.
Okay, so I am from Northwest Arkansas. I've lived here a little over a year and a half now, but lived here my whole life, and then I left for 13 years. Met Racheal in Memphis, and she convinced me to move back here and be her neighbor. It was not a hard pull.
But now you have a phone number from Vegas, which I was like, how do you have a Vegas number?
Oh, boy.
And you said, I turned 21 and I
How do you know?
don't hate.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it sounded Is that not a little bit creepy that he searched that up?
Wait, hold on. I just think it's interesting that he knows.
fucking real.
I think it's interesting that he knows that because I didn't know that.
Time out. I have
No,
to
me
defend
either.
myself for the viewers.
I know everything.
When she gave me her phone number at the event that you chose not to show up for, I said, what's the 702 area code as I'm sending her some B team information?
Yes, then this is accurate.
Okay. Thank you, everybody.
So I turned 21 and I was working for Tyson Corporate, and like I'm a middle-aged woman.
You're a what?
At 21?
Hey, can
I was working an 8 to 5 job, and so I'm.
Can I interject something about
Please.
'cause you learn stuff about people. We'll talk about Racheal in a minute, but she refuses to touch raw chicken meat. I don't.
Listen.
No, listen.
This is
This-
not public information.
Well, now it is. Now it is. Now it is.
We could edit it out.
But it's just interesting that she worked for Tyson. I'm kidding. All right,
You know
sorry.
what? I did have to go to that plant when I was like 19.
That's probably why.
Ruined everything.
Yeah.
That smell. That
Yeah.
chicken, I just don't want to.
And she makes me cut up her steak with no fat on it, by the way.
I had a broken elbow.
Oh, shit. I
Details.
Details.
Just details.
Just to be fair, I would rather get a filet with no fat on it, too.
I thought you guys said, just to be fair, Rob cuts up your steak.
I probably would.
I mean, give me the good old fatty ribeye.
Yeah, everyone wants the ribeye. I'm like, now, just give me the filet. I'm good.
Oh, yeah. She's funny. Okay, sorry. I cut you
Anyway,
off. Okay.
once again, I'm so used to this at this point. But anyway, I'm a mortgage loan officer by day, and one of my favorite things about my job is that I like to be a connector. You know, obviously we're helping people with home loans, but just we're so active in the community that we get to just connect. Like during the tornado relief, I was like all on it. Like there was a party actually at Rendezvous Brewing, which is how we even got this venue, which we'll talk more about that in a moment. I just love being that person. Anytime like somebody is like new to town, like I want to be the person that like introduce them to other people and show them like all the things, you know, even though it's been 13 years, like I have an idea what's going on. I'm pretty social. So yeah, introduce people to each other.
And that's why you're great at what you do, and
yes.
you're very successful.
That's the thing with Ed. It doesn't seem like he's a people person. And he wants to be a realtor.
All right, we're going to bring it back to Racheal.
Okay.
Thank you. Yes, to tie into Courtney, AMC has been a sponsor, which is who she works for both of our events, the golf tournament, which we have every year, and our upcoming event, Brews and Blues.
On August 24th.
August 24th.
Now is this the first year for this?
No, this is our fourth annual event. So we do this event every year on Nicholas's birthday, just to kind of celebrate him and his life and get back to the reason why I started this foundation. The main reason was because I didn't want him to be forgotten. and he didn't have a legacy to leave behind. And as his mother, I felt like it was my duty to do that for him. And so every day I strive to make sure he has a legacy that keeps living on, despite him not being here.
Yeah, that's amazing.
What I like most about
Cheers again.
cheers
again.
I like a million things about you guys and what you're doing, but there's so many charities in the community, and they're national and international. Like, this is very targeted and focused, specific to you and your loss and kind of giving back. So I think for the viewers here who are always trying to figure out what charities to be a part of, this is going to hit a sweet spot.
Yeah.
Well, and this is,
I think this is the number one.
There's really, it's unfortunately how much of a need there is for it. You know,
yeah.
And can I?
really like maybe people who do as much as what Remembering Nicholas Foundation does for families. You know, being proactive and reactive first, and then proactive with the CPR training. I mean, we're literally trying to save lives, so we don't have to get to the point of paying for a funeral.
And you're focused locally, right? I mean, is it
Nationwide.
Okay.
Yeah, we help people all over. We've helped probably close to 80 families in the last 3.5 years. And then I've certified, I'm traveling all over Arkansas, and I've certified 150 child care providers.
That's amazing.
And what I really admire about you, Racheal, is the fact that she's in action. You know, she could have easily crawled into a hole, but there's the preventative aspect where, you know, teaching, you know, people CPR. I think that's
And putting all the energy into that.
And my reasoning behind the whole CPR certification is Nicholas was lost at a daycare. And so getting that call.
Well, and you hear about that, and they, like, a lot of people, like you said, don't talk about it.
Yeah.
And then when you have a friend that it happens to, you start talking, and there's, like, it happens more than any of us want to
I
talk
always say
about.
it's like this small, big community.
Yeah.
Because when I started this, I didn't know anyone.
Yeah.
And then when it happened to me, people just, like, in our community and friends even started reaching out, talking about how they had lost also.
Awareness.
Yeah.
Awareness
Yeah,
is a big part of it.
Right. And they, a lot of people just don't speak up and talk about it because it's very uncomfortable. But again, like I said, I felt like it was my duty to make sure he had a legacy to leave behind. And in order to do that, I have to be stronger. I have to put up that wall, and I have to get out there, and I have to talk about it.
I don't know how you do, because it makes me want to cry talking about it.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, he was a completely healthy, beautiful baby boy, and he should still be here today, 100%. But anyway, back to happier thoughts. The Brews and Blues event, August 24th, we are going to have it at Rendezvous Junction Brewery, and Keller Williams and the Dooley Group, along with AMC, are
Mike
our
Dooley, my boy.
sponsors.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mike Dooley has graciously donated his area up there, his office space, for our VIP bourbon room. So you can purchase a VIP bourbon room package.
Shout out to Mike Dooley.
Yes.
Man of the people.
We just had him on the
Mike.
podcast. Just a few
Yeah, he
weeks
was
ago.
just on.
Yep.
Cheers. We need
Cheers.
to,
Cheers.
yeah, we need to try to get it we need to get tickets for the three of us.
Oh,
Yeah, so
Yeah,
can you
we'd
tell
love to.
us the price to show up?
Yes. So general admission is going to be $75, and that's going to cover. We have open bar every year. That's kind of our thing. And so I thought about doing drink tickets again this year. My husband was like, no, that's our thing.
Open bar.
Open bar.
So $75 gets you open bar.
And food. Yeah, which is beer and wine and food.
Can we go right now?
Yeah, right? And so...
Which is an amazing deal.
Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
what a value.
Yeah, I completely agree. I mean, I hope other people think that as well.
Yeah. And it's also, you're a 501c.
Yes.
So it's a tax
It's
write-off.
a tax write-off.
Yes, that's correct. And
Experience costs.
yes,
Open
the
bar,
bourbon
open
room.
food, and then tell us about the bourbon, and that's just extra cost of what you
Yes.
get there.
So that's $150, and so we are going to have this private room, VIP room that you can go into, and we will have rare bourbons for you to enjoy as much as you would like, or until it's gone.
Fair.
This
so-
bourbon? This
Yep.
bourbon?
Fair.
Nice.
We're still looking for some more bottles. So right now we have 1879 small batch. We have Buffalo Trace, which is another good one. I would like to have some Wellers, maybe some Pappy Van Winkle,
I know a guy who's got an amazing bourbon collection in his locked up closet.
Oh boy.
Rob.
Yeah, so
I don't have a pappy, but I will pull something special out of my personal collection and get it over to you.
yeah, no,
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
Yep.
I know there's a lot of other good bourbons out there. So, and we have Sazerac as well. It
Yeah.
was donated.
Okay.
So,
Wonderful.
yeah, and then of course Dooley has pledged that he is going to donate one from his private stash. So if anyone out there listening would like to donate,
I guess I better do it too. I was waiting. I was going to put you on the spot.
I wanted to see this.
I mean, look, not to put us on the spot, but all three of us, I mean, we don't have the biggest or best bourbon collection, but we got some nice stuff. I think all three of us, I could speak for us as a team.
I say you and I go to Matt's house and pick a bottle specifically from Matt's collection.
Or you can pull a bottle out of your locker from my bar.
I only have one bottle in Bar Nelson right now, but I will put something nice in here too. It's a great cause.
Yeah,
It's a great cause, and there's no reason
And
why
I mean,
we can't.
I think the cost is cheap
Okay.
to me.
Matt may even pay for me and Rob to go. That's
even
what-
better, right? Yeah. I did hear
We'll
you
put
have
it
a
on
couple bottles of Elijah Craig that you don't want anymore.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, I feel like Ron Oprah right now.
What for you? What for you?
Yeah. We'll just put the tickets on the company credit card. It's fine. We'll
Yeah, we can do that.
We don't have a company credit.
We'll find out.
On your taxes.
Yeah.
I mean, and if we do have the silent auction going on, we have some
Which will
really
be fun.
great items.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. We always have a lot of great items. So we'll have like a cabin stay getaway on Beaver Lake.
With Ed or without Ed?
That's optional. It depends. If you win the bid on Ed, yeah.
We can win both, but
Okay.
then we take Ed with us.
Hey, you're stealing the covers, Ed. Give me some covers back.
For the record, I'm a little spoon. Okay, so just write
Duly noted.
write that down.
Yeah, okay, got
Write that
it.
down. Small spoon. I'm a cuddler.
I'll put it on the website. Don't worry. But we have things like wine fridges, grills, solo stove. L'Oreal Paris always donates a big basket. Of course, my company will donate a big basket.
So a lot of fun stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And that's what's so good
We have a
about
lot
our
of
area.
experiences too.
There's so many people here that are willing to give.
Yeah.
to-
I feel like the Jen's place will need to put a package
Yeah.
together as well.
Yeah.
And I want to throw this out. I mean, I just met you, Matt Morris, where he's a TV dude. I'm going to sign his headshot.
Ooh, that'd be
Give it
interesting.
away. I'm just kidding. I'm going to sign his
I was
headshot.
like, where's this going?
I don't think you're gonna really get anything for it, but you can do it.
$20 to start for you for the dunk tank? $2 for the headshot.
I took a picture of him in the parking lot bending over, so. What? He didn't know. I mean, he did. It's
Yeah,
public,
I mean-
public domain.
Well, we have a planning committee.
No, kidding. No, but I know.
You guys are welcome to.
I will provide Big Ed headshots for anybody that wants a signed copy, and I'll give away some swag.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yeah.
You should have seen him at the golf tournament driving around his little Hummer.
No. You should have seen Nora. Her daughter is like, I call her Norista because she is. Anyways, she's a beautiful storm, but I go, what do you want me to do? Like drive around a golf cart and sell lotto or sell raffle tickets?
Yes, correct.
So Nora jumped
Not
in.
lottery tickets.
Not lottery tickets.
That would be a federal offense.
I know, thank you very much, my lawyer. And I go, okay, Nora, let me see those hound dog guys. So we'd walk up to guys playing golf. I'm like, hey, you guys want to buy some tickets? And I go, Nora, hound dog, and she go, and we sold.
Literally the cutest little girl
she is.
you'll ever see, and she is a spitfire just like her mother.
Oh,
That's wonderful.
You just wait. This coming football season, she does Nora's picks, and she's done it since she was 6 months old. She was on the news then, and she's done it every year since. People follow her, but
She's got a big personality.
yeah, she talks about football. She'll tell you. who the
Let's have her on the
quarterback-
podcast.
Yeah.
Oh my
she has
gosh,
more
that'd be so
followers.
fun.
She has more followers than I do.
Coming up.
You hear that? She passed. She passed.
She has more followers than I do.
Vegas odds.
She does.
Really?
She
Seriously.
likes Vegas every
She
time.
says.
We had a segment where we had a kid come in and do like he tasted Mr. Beast and did a review. Feels like we have to have Nora on and sit across from us and do a football segment during football season.
It was kind of neat. We had him do it. He lives in New York, so we had him on the screen, and He's funny.
So let's talk about that.
I would
That
love
was
that.
That's another fundraiser.
She would love that.
Yeah.
That'd be another fundraiser.
Center of attention kind of person. Like,
I wonder where she gets that from. Probably,
I know, right?
probably from Ed.
Probably absolutely.
As is my oh my god, it's so funny. Like I'll call Racheal when she's on the phone, and Nora will answer on the iPad. I'm like going, what are you doing? It's so funny. Then she'll tell me a polar bear joke, or I tell her the polar bear jokes.
Yeah, she does like.
Yeah, you guys want to hear my polar bear joke?
Is it a G-rated joke for a...
Oh, it's a 5-year-old.
Just check
Okay,
One never knows.
So there's a mama pop and a baby polar bear, and the baby polar bear he's only 6 months old, but for 6 months would ask his mom and dad, "Am I a polar bear?" Like, "Yes, son, you're a polar bear." For crying out loud, "Why do you keep asking?" And he's like, "Because I'm freezing my butt off." Get it? Like a little polar bear's butt is on ice. I gotta explain the joke.
So we need to put the laugh track on during the podcast because it didn't really hit.
For those of you that are listening, it's a really funny joke. If my mom told it to me in church, it was the best.
Your mom.
No, I'm kidding.
I bet you're yeah.
If she did, that was really precious.
All right, so I won't be telling any jokes at the fundraiser, I guess.
Thank you. We'll leave that up to Nora.
He's like, don't
Stay in your lane. Stay in your
She
lane.
does have the funniest. She has little jokes too, and so does Brittany's kids.
Yeah.
They're like, what did I hear? What is?
I'm afraid.
Why are chickens funny? I'm like, because.
Oh yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one.
That was better than the last one.
Yeah.
And that was from a kid.
The last joke I heard yesterday was, "What's funny about construction?" We're not done with the joke yet. We're not done with the joke yet. I'm like, okay.
You know, we do have a contractor.
We have multiple.
Oh, we do? Well,
That's why it's funny because we're always running behind. It's definitely not done yet.
I will say Nora's, to compare to Nora's favorite joke is to say, why does the milking stool have 3 legs?
Why does the milking stool have 3 legs?
Because the cow has the otter.
The cow has the otter.
That got a laugh. Yeah. That was good.
I mean, it's cute for a 5-year-old, right?
Yeah.
Better than the polar bear.
Can she come to the event?
She'll be there.
Oh, I got
Till
it.
it's her bedtime.
Okay.
Rochelle, I'm going to rein us back in because
Yes, sorry.
we're going off on a tangent with polar bears and,
Yeah.
and the zoo jokes.
Yes.
The website, or how would folks find you?
Yes. So you can go to, we have Facebook and Instagram as well, but www.rememberingnicholasfoundation.com. And
Nicholas is spelled
Nicholas.
rememberingnicholasfoundation.com.
Or you can just look up Big Ed, and I'm sure you
Yeah,
get
if you
something.
Google, this is big in my website. There's a link on that. You click on it, takes you right to her website. And
Well, I looked up your website, and that's why I just saw the golf. I didn't see.
you saw the what?
I was doing my homework. I didn't see anything about this event we're talking about.
Update your website.
Oh, thanks a lot, Matt. Thank you very much, Matt.
That's why I was like, "Is this the first year for this?"
Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it very much.
Well, hold on.
There's a post I just did
It could be on there, but I don't. All I saw was the golf.
It's highly likely that Matt missed it.
Appreciate you calling him out. This is actually.
Thanks a lot.
I'm going to have my people call your people.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
Is it calling me to harass you?
He said he's single, but you're not helping him out.
Yeah. Sorry.
When Rochelle doesn't want to talk to me about something uncomfortable, she just has Rochelle do it. But that's the see. I did post something.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
And it's called
Get a good
Bruising
camera shot
Blue.
for that.
Is that?
There we go.
There you go.
Look at that.
Look at that.
How many people are you guys hoping to get? How much money are you hoping to raise?
$50 million.
Don, Matt will write that check.
I like that you're just setting the bar low.
Low.
Yeah. So we normally have about 100 to 150 people in attendance. But we really think this year that we're going to hit that 200. We have the Juice coming to play.
Yes.
And they have a pretty big following, so we're excited
They
about
are the
having that.
saxiest band in town, is what they say.
Saxy.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
They do.
You like
they do
that?
a lot of covers.
The sexiest man in Shadow Valley.
We specifically chose them because we all
Don't give
have
my
a
address.
really good
It's
time.
6. Okay.
And also something that we haven't mentioned yet. So if nobody wants to drink, they can still attend and bid on the silent auction items. The silent auction items will be put on the line. So if you can't attend the event, that's fine. Just go on in and bid.
Yeah.
Give us some money.
So what are your your year? How do you allocate all of your, like, do you have a certain amount that you spend a year for each different thing? Like what?
So it depends, because as we gain more popularity, we obviously we have to spend more. Unfortunately, funeral expenses can cost anywhere for up to $25,000. We are still small. We cannot do that much. So we rein it back into about $1,000 to $1,200, and that usually will pay for headstones or cremations or just the funeral in general, and maybe the burial plot. So a lot of people, though, that unfortunately this happens to, it's usually on the lower income side, and a lot of people that can't afford it. I tell them all the time, I'm like, you're just starting your family out. You should not be paying for your child's funeral. We aren't made to bury our children. They're supposed to bury us. And so I always just in general want to take any of that burden off, or regardless if they can afford it or not. And so we do everything that we can help. I help with making arrangements. I help with finding a counselor, or I'm just an ear to listen because I've been there and I understand it like most people don't. So typically we help anywhere from 20 to 30 people a year. So
which is a lot. It's insane about that.
So take that, so we spend anywhere up to the $35,000 a year. And so this event is our hope is that it can get us through the year.
Okay.
It's amazing.
Because the golf tournament is for driving change. We call it driving change. So that goes towards helping me with the CPR certification, buying the mannequins and all the products that I need, and things like that. So that helps me travel and get and spread my horizon, where I can. And so this event definitely is focused on getting us through the year.
So the more we raise, the more you're going to be able to do more. That's what it really boils down to.
Yeah, because I hate turning away people, and unfortunately, that's the I have to be like, I apologize, I can't pay for all of this, but I can get you here and help you set up some payment plans. But most people are really just grateful for anything they can get, and most of the time we don't have a whole lot that goes over $1,200, but there is sometimes. So
well, it's a great cause. August 24th, Northwest Arkansas. Show up and support. This is a big one.
Yes.
We want to take care of you guys. We want to take care of our own people that are from the community giving back. So Racheal, Courtney, Big Ed, thank you guys for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
Anything that you want to plug in on the way out the door? I mean, we didn't give you enough airtime today, I don't think.
I feel like you haven't really talked.
There was a time when I was 5. I'm kidding. No, I just, it feels so good. Like I had the opportunity to be in New York, and I was at Northport restaurant, and the guys and people will pay me to not come to places, believe it or not. No, people actually pay me to come to places. So they flew me out to New York to promote their bar and get on their podcast. And they asked me what my appearance fee was. I'm like, well, donate to a charity that I'm involved with, Remembering Nicholas. And every person that I talked to in the bar was just like, had a friend or knew someone that had lost an infant. And it was a great opportunity, to have fun, but knowing that you're behind a good cause, and it feels good, and it's kind of like the right thing to do. And for me, I'm kind of the villain on TV, and I just got to figure out how I can get involved and do something incredible. And these girls are pretty amazing.
Well, it's great that you're utilizing your platform to give back. I mean, you don't have to do that stuff, and I know that they appreciate it. We appreciate it. It's wonderful to have your voice behind it.
About the payment for you coming on our podcast. We're gonna need that payment. We've already spent our budget.
Where's my check at? No, please, no, absolutely not. Just I'm thanking you guys for giving us your time, and I'm thankful to be here. So thank you.
Well, these are the things that we look forward to. I mean, this is
why we do it.
Oh, cool.
That's exactly why we do it.
We'll do it again every week.
Yeah.
no,
See you next Thursday.
Thank you, everybody.
Cheers.
August 24th. Be there.
Be there. Be square.